This video is brought to you by Card Empire. If you're looking for Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon or Magic of the Gathering, this is the place to be. Oh, what's up people, Dobs right here and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. Yes, for the month. But before we start, please check out Card Empire, the place to be in Manchester, Stockport, Liverpool and Leeds. Well, at this moment, hopefully they are open. But if they're not, check out their website. They always have good stuff. But today, I thought to myself, for today's deck profile, we're going to head into Yu-Gi-Oh GX era. We are doing a Roid structure deck, well not structure deck profile. Now, you may be thinking right now, before I start, what level is this? Like I said, people, I have my levels for every single one of my decks. And the Roid deck is a level 3 to level 4, or even if you're lucky, a level 5. Now, you may be thinking, why is this deck so low? It's because it was still a prototype when it firstly started. Did I get any wins? Absolutely, I did get some wins. I think the record for the Roid deck was, I think it was 6 wins, but sadly 27 losses. Oh no! Yeah, 27 losses this deck had, so I know it's a bad deck, don't get me wrong, but I just like the nostalgia and I like the fun of it. And that's why I like using it sometimes to try and see if it can win anything out of it. But before we start, I know you're thinking, why the hell are this cards in the deck? And as well, why has it got the female too? You'll find out soon enough. But anyhow, we got start it all off first, the non-Roid cards. We got Roboy Aru and Robo Lady. That's all you have to say. We got Cycleroid, of course, and then I've got 3 copies of Gyroid, or Gyroid, whatever you want. It's just a great staple card for the Roid deck. I absolutely love it. I also have myself 3 copies of Express Roid. Some people may knock that down to 2, but I do not mind. 2 copies of Ambulance Roid, love it. 2 copies as well of Steam Roid, which is my main card of this deck. I always, for some reason, every single time when it's my first try, I always pull it. So I'm very happy to say that that's definitely my staple card in this deck. We have ourselves 2 copies of Patroid, 2 copies of Rescue Roid, and 2 copies of Armoroid. Now, a lot of people may be thinking you should pretty much knock that down to 1, but I just love Armoroid. It's such a good card. Just for like standard cards, I just really like it. Because if this card is tribute summoned by tributing at least 1 Roid monster, banish all spells and traps on the field. I love that card. It's good to really stall people who use spells and traps in the game, and I know nowadays everybody uses spells and traps till death to your part. They never stop. So that's a good card to use. I have 1 Submarine Roid, 1 Jet Roid, 1 Drill Roid, 1 Decoy Roid, 1 Stealth Roid. Now you may be thinking, why did I only get 1 copies of each one of these? Because I just like a bit of action, a bit of strategic measures. I like a bit of fun, okay people? Remember, I am no longer an active professional expert duelist now. I'm retired now, so my skills now will be lacking a lot now because I am not up to scratch now with the new game. Because I don't like the new rules. I hate some of the cards nowadays. They made some cards so damn broken and I hate them to death. But I still love the game to this very day, and that's why I like using the old cards to face the new cards to see if these new cards can handle the old. But anyhow, enough of that. We have ourselves 1 copy of Mech Dog Marin. I just love this card a lot because it just deals 1000 damage to the opponent. I love it. We've got Cyber Kirin, which is, once again, this is a machine version of a Karibo. You pretty much tribute, by tributing this card until the end of the turn, any effect damage inflicted to the calculator becomes 0. Love it. And plus I have a good defender slash attacker. We got a battle footballer. It's just there just for a good defender mostly. And now for spells, we have ourselves 3 copies of Power Bond. Now this is why I mainly say this is around about a level 4 to level 5. Because if you get these and the right cards, you got some good beat stick fusions waiting for you in the next turn. I have myself 1 copy as well of Machine Convention Factory. It's a good power up card. 1 Pot of Greed, I don't want to be greedy, no pun intended. 1 Dark Hole to destroy all monsters on the field. 1 Monster Reborn, which I mainly do with the Dark Hole, right? How I do that, just to tell you right now, this is just an old strategic way that I've done for so many years. I think about 10 years now since I did this old method. Play Dark Hole, destroy all monsters on the field, then right after, Monster Reborn, the most strongest card you can get, which mainly what I always had was Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon when it firstly started, and I used that old strategic work, and it worked tremendously in the past. Do you know if it works that well nowadays, in this day of age? But I still like doing that old way with the Roid deck. We have Spell Absorption, which is, once again, you play spell cards, you get increase your life points by 500, it's good. Double Summon, once again, it's good for you summoning your voice really quick. We have Reign of Mercy, which of course both players gain 1,000 life points, it's good to do something. Paralyzing Potion, it's very good for non-machine types because it makes them not attack at all, they stay in where they are. We've got Tremendous Fire, which is your opponent loses 1,000 but you lose 500, don't mind it. Card Destruction, both players lose the cards but we gain the same amount of hand. We've got Fissure, which destroys as a monster, face the monster with the lowest attack points. I mainly do it for when they only have 1 monster on the field, it's the best thing to do. Confiscation, which is so broken, it's so good because that means you get to see that person's hand, whatever you got in that hand, and bang, you destroy that one card you want to get rid of, but also you will also know what is in that hand. It's so broken, it's so good, I love it. That's why I call this as that's one of my favourite cards that maybe ranks up to a rank 5 star to a 4 star then a 3. If you get that card right from the start. For trap cards, we have ourselves Supercharge, Trap Hole, Ring of Destruction, which I like using a lot, Tremendal Tribute, which I freaking do love, and Negate Attack. What else can I say? Good trap cards, can't go wrong. Now you may be thinking, what we got then for our side deck, because you've got a lot of good stuff, your Power Bonds, which are fusion material. We have only one XYZ card, which is number 34, Terabyte. I just like using it. 3 level 3 monsters, it's a big massive good defender, 2900, can't go wrong. We have ourselves 2 of the weird fusion cards. We've got Super Robo Lady and Super Robo Boyo. It's just weird to have them, but I just like to have them as a secret machine just to counteract what people think what I'm going to do. We've got ourselves Ambulance Rescue Roid, 1 Steam Gyroid, which I do love using a lot. We also have a Super Vehicle Roid Mobile Base, which is our 0 attacker but 5,000 defender. It's so good to use. But our main card that I always try and play every single time, which you have to fusion 5 machine type Roid cards. And that is the Barrel Roid, the Ultimate Battle Machine. 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. It was mainly a counteract for the Cyber End Dragon. It's that damn good. And also, using that with Power Bond, it's an 8,000 attacker. You can't go wrong. So, that's all I have to say with this deck profile. Now, I would like to ask you people, what would be your choices for this deck? What would I change? Just let me know. And if you think this is more of a bigger star, or if it's a lesser star, which stars would you say? How many stars would you give it? Would you give it 10? I don't think so. Would you give it 1? Maybe not. I'd probably say between a 3 and a 5. That's why I always rank it as. But even though I only got 7 wins out of this, out of the 20 odd that I lost, so it is a bit of a weak deck, but probably because my luck was badly with this deck. But anyhow, if you guys haven't done it yet, please like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell icon to get yourself notified when we're uploading, live streaming, and also check out Card Empire, the place to be in Manchester, Stockport and Liverpool. With that being said, the people I must do goes to you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheerio! I need to work more on that Roid deck. It's still a prototype, but it's cool. I love it. One that people like using it for grass. We got a reverse foil Sterny. Oh my god! Secret rare nest ball! Oh my goodness! I thought that was the ultra ball for a second, but it ain't. It's the nest ball. Oh, baby, wait a minute. One for the. Did I do? Oh! 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 Oh my god!